In February 2014, Simon Cowell and Lauren welcomed their son, Eric Philip Cowell, changing the tough judge into a loving father. Simon, known for his sharp critiques, showed a tender side thanks to Eric. During an interview, Eric made a surprise appearance, asking to join in, displaying a confident and cheeky attitude. As the playful banter continued, Eric jokingly asked if his dad had been drinking annoying juice. This unexpected and heartwarming moment revealed a different side of Simon, sparking both controversy and intrigue. Simon has shared how much he loves being a dad, a stark contrast to his previous persona. The birth of Eric marked a turning point in Simon Cowell's life, showing a softer and more vulnerable side that many never expected. Simon Cowell, the man we once knew as the sharp-tongued judge on American Idol, experienced a life-altering transformation when he found out he was going to be a father. From the moment his fiancée, Lauren Silverman, became pregnant, Simon was nothing short of ecstatic. Buzzing with excitement, Simon couldn't wait to meet his son, Eric, who would soon change his life in ways he never imagined. The anticipation of Eric's arrival was a game-changer for Simon. In an interview with Extra shortly after Eric was born, Simon expressed his overwhelming joy, claiming he was practically born to be a dad. His elation was genuine, palpable, and deeply heartfelt, a side of Simon we rarely got to see on TV. But the journey to witness Eric's birth was a drama in itself. Picture this. Simon was in the middle of filming Britain's Got Talent in London when he received the call from Lauren. Without missing a beat, Simon hopped on a flight to New York City. In true Simon fashion, his timing was impeccable. He arrived just 2 hours before Eric made his grand entrance into the world. Naming his son Eric was a profoundly sentimental choice for Simon. The name was a tribute to his late father, who had passed away in 1999. Simon had been incredibly close to his dad, and naming his son after him was a touching way to honor his memory. The early days of parenthood were a mix of joy and humor for Simon and Lauren. Simon often joked about the challenges of raising a newborn, saying that Lauren cried more than Eric. To lighten the mood, Simon would hand her a pacifier, which, to everyone's surprise, she actually liked. Eric, on the other hand, was pretty easygoing, though he had to be fed every 3 hours, or else Lauren would get a little grumpy. When Eric was born, Simon couldn't wait to share the happy news. On February 14, 2014, Valentine's Day, no less, he announced the birth of his healthy and handsome son on Twitter, now known as X. That same day, Simon revealed the sentimental reason behind Eric's name, a nod to his beloved late father. A spokesperson for Simon shared with People magazine that Simon's goal was to build the same close relationship with Eric that he had with his own parents. Family has always meant the world to Simon, and he wanted to create that same loving bond with his son. Though often seen as a tough critic on TV, Simon's journey into fatherhood revealed a softer, more caring side of him. But it wasn't just fatherhood that changed Simon. It was also the relationship Eric had with the entire family. Simon, who once seemed like the eternal bachelor, had a complete change of heart after Eric was born. Back in 2008, while dating Terry Seymour, Simon was convinced that marriage just wasn't for him, especially with the ups and downs of show business. But by 2021, everything had changed. Simon proposed to his longtime girlfriend, Lauren, realizing during the pandemic lockdown just how important family truly is. "Family is everything," he told ET, marking a significant shift in his life. The once adamant bachelor was now ready to fully embrace family life. Simon prepared to marry Lauren. He also stepped into a new role as a stepfather to Lauren's firstborn, Adam Silverman. Born in 2006, Adam shared a great bond with Simon, even standing proudly beside him when Simon received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2018, a clear sign of their evolving relationship. Despite the age difference, Eric and Adam's bond was as strong as steel. From the moment they met, it was clear that these two were meant to be brothers. They were often seen together during family vacations to beautiful sunny destinations. One memorable trip to Barbados captured their camaraderie perfectly, with the two boys laughing and splashing around in the ocean, both wearing matching swim shorts. But it wasn't just glamorous trips that brought them together. Back home, they enjoyed the simple pleasures of life, family picnics on sunny days, bike rides through winding paths, and sharing endless stories. These moments were the glue that held their bond tight. Their connection was tested and strengthened when Simon had a terrible accident on his electric bike in 2020. Both boys were there, worried and anxious, showing just how much they cared for Simon. The experience only brought them closer together. Of course, the road to this harmonious relationship wasn't always smooth. In the beginning, when Simon started dating Lauren, Adam's mom, things were complicated. Adam's father, Andrew Silverman, wasn't happy about Simon spending time with Adam and even made it a condition of their divorce that Simon had to stay away from Adam, with a hefty $50,000 penalty if he broke this rule. Back then, Adam was just a 7-year-old boy caught in the middle of adult conflicts. But those difficult days are behind them now. Simon and Adam have been seen together many times, enjoying each other's company. One memorable occasion was when Simon received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Adam stood proudly by his side, showing just how much their relationship had evolved. Now, Simon, Lauren, and Eric split their time between the US and the UK, with Eric attending school in Wimbledon. While it's unclear whether Adam lives with them in Wimbledon or stays with his father in the US, he's frequently spotted at family events in the UK. One such outing was at the races in Epsom, where Adam enjoyed a day out with his family, looking happy and content. Balancing his fatherly duties with his other responsibilities hasn't always been easy for Simon. Many times, he has spoken about his willingness to adjust his life for the sake of his family. Becoming a parent turned Simon's world upside down, especially when it came to his late-night work habits. As he told The Sun in 2022, his life was 99% work before Eric came along. But after Eric was born, Simon knew it was time to make some big changes. He realized he needed to balance his work life with raising his son, and he admitted he no longer felt the need to work through the night now that Eric was in his life. On a 2019 episode of Lorraine, Simon Cowell opened up about how fatherhood had completely reshaped his perspective on life. Gone were the days when the little things would get under his skin. Something clicks inside of you when you become a dad, Simon explained, noting that it was at that moment he began living not just for himself but for his son as well. One person who's been especially observant of Simon's transformation is Kelly Clarkson, the original winner of American Idol. During an episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show, she shared her thoughts on Simon's journey into fatherhood. Kelly pointed out that Simon's softer, more vulnerable side began to shine through once he had a child of his own. She even went as far as to say that becoming a dad had made Simon a better person. Before Eric entered his life, Simon was all about work, often burning the midnight oil. But fatherhood brought about a seismic shift. Now, Simon treasures the time he spends with Eric, making sure he's present for all the important moments. This change hasn't just made him a better father, it's also brought a newfound balance and happiness into his life. But Eric's impact on his dad's life didn't stop there. The little boy also played a crucial role in helping Simon kick a long-standing habit: smoking. In a heartfelt 2022 interview with Extra, Simon shared how Eric became his personal watchdog, helping him cut back on cigarettes. According to Simon, Eric was surprisingly strict. Even when Simon would sneak behind the hedges for a quick puff, Eric was always hot on his heels, making sure his dad didn't go through with it. The vigilant watchfulness worked wonders. Simon confessed that thanks to Eric's relentless yet loving surveillance, he nearly quit smoking at one point. By 2023, Simon proudly announced to the Mirror that he had finally kicked cigarettes to the curb. While he still relied on vaping, Simon believed it was a much healthier alternative compared to smoking. But Eric's influence didn't stop there. He also had a hand in Simon's decision to leave Botox behind. In the world of Hollywood, beauty treatments are as common as sunshine in California. But living in that world made Simon realize it was time for a change. Inspired by his son, Simon decided to embrace a more natural approach, marking yet another significant shift in his life. At some point in his illustrious career, Known for his razor-sharp critiques on American Idol and America's Got Talent, Simon Cowell became as famous for his public persona as he did for his quest to look his best. However, the 64-year-old star recently made headlines not for his tough TV judgments, but for stepping away from the world of Botox and face fillers. In 2022, Simon candidly admitted that these cosmetic treatments made him look like something out of a horror film. In an April 9th interview with The Sun, Simon revealed that he had finally reached a breaking point, a point where even he felt he had taken things too far. The tipping point? A moment of self-reflection, quite literally. While looking at an old photo of himself, Simon barely recognized the face staring back at him. But the real eye-opener came when his son, Eric, had a rather, let's say, honest reaction. The 8-year-old couldn't stop laughing at the drastic changes in his dad's appearance. For Simon, that was the final straw. He knew it was time to ditch the injectables and embrace a more natural look. In a place like Hollywood, where beauty enhancements are practically a rite of passage, Simon's decision to walk away from it all is nothing short of revolutionary. He explained that he now prefers a more natural approach to looking his best, acknowledging a time in showbiz when everyone was filling their faces with something or the other. Thankfully, Simon has shifted his focus from artificial enhancements to something more substantial: his overall well-being, both physical and mental. Simon's reflections on aging are refreshingly wise. He shared that one of the few perks of getting older is gathering a wealth of experience. And that experience isn't just about celebrating your victories. It's also about learning from your mistakes. Simon's journey with beauty treatments certainly fits the bill. He's been open about the lengths he went to maintain his appearance. Simon would dive into whatever new procedure or treatment he read about, convinced it would be the next big thing. One of his more extreme stories. In a 2015 interview, he recalled meeting a woman in Los Angeles who would wrap him in tin foil and cling film, then slather him in oils, all in the name of detoxing. And let's not forget the sheep placenta facial, a treatment that sounds more like something out of a sci-fi novel than a skincare routine. But now, Simon's focus has shifted from quick fixes to long-term wellness, and his son Eric is right there, keeping him on track. If you're picturing Eric as a stern little mentor in Simon's life, you're not entirely off the mark. But Eric's influence goes beyond just keeping Simon's health in check. He's also restored Simon's zest for life. In a candid moment on the Diary of a CEO, Simon opened up about how Eric became a beacon of hope and renewal after a period of deep sorrow. Losing his parents was an incredibly tough ordeal for Simon, a struggle he described as the most challenging of his life. But when Lauren called to share the news of her pregnancy, it was as if a light had been switched on in his world. Suddenly, Simon had a new focus, a reason to rediscover joy. Eric's arrival was a pivotal moment that helped Simon start to heal from the overwhelming grief he felt after his mother's death in 2015. More than anything, Simon knows Eric saved him, pulling him out of a downward spiral and giving him a renewed sense of purpose. Fatherhood profoundly altered Simon's perspective, and he openly admits he's a very different man now compared to the person he was 10 years ago. The changes in Simon's life didn't stop there. Eric's boundless energy and love for the outdoors prompted Simon to make a major lifestyle change in 2023, swapping the bustling energy of upscale London for the peacefulness of the English countryside. Simon and his family embraced a more tranquil, anonymous life. According to a source who spoke to People in July, the family moved to their new home a few months earlier and were relishing the calm that country life offered. Eric, meanwhile, has been thriving in this new environment. Simon couldn't hide his joy when speaking to Access Hollywood, describing how Eric has been doing the same things he did as a kid, climbing trees, playing football, and just being outdoors all the time. For Simon, seeing his son enjoy these adventures is nothing short of thrilling. Even though Simon is in his 60s, it's his young son who's keeping him on his toes and in shape. Simon has been open about how fatherhood has given him a new lease on life, one that includes staying active and fit to keep up with Eric's endless energy. This new perspective on fitness led Simon to embrace a healthier lifestyle, including a significant shift to a vegan diet in 2019, aimed at boosting his health and stamina to better match Eric's activity level. Simon's dedication to fitness was put to the test in 2020 when he suffered a serious back injury from an electric bike accident. Despite the pain and temporary setbacks, including some weight gain, Simon was determined to recover swiftly, drawing motivation from his son every step of the way. His recovery was a testament to his resilience and commitment to being the best father he could be. Of course, even the most dedicated dads have their temptations. For Simon, it's when Eric orders pizza. Simon admitted that he always wants to indulge in a slice, but he knows how to keep himself in check. It's all about balance, and Simon and Eric have found the perfect way to enjoy their time together, both indoors and out. Eric Cowell's life, steeped in the glamour and excitement of Hollywood, is a fascinating blend of privilege, creativity, and potential. Despite his young age, Eric is already showing signs of following in his father's footsteps, not only in the entertainment industry but also in making his own mark with unique ventures. One of the most significant projects Eric and Simon have embarked on together is a literary endeavor. In 2020, the father-son duo announced the launch of a 7-part book series titled Wishfits. This imaginative series, born from their shared love for whimsical creatures, features fantastical hybrids like the D, a mix of a dog and a cat, the hippo, a blend of a hippo and a kangaroo, and the chimpanzee, a cross between a chimpanzee and a poodle. The concept behind these creatures reflects the playful and creative bond between Simon and Eric, as they turn their imaginative musings into a magical world for readers. The Wishfit series is more than just a creative project. It's also a philanthropic one. Simon and Eric plan to donate a portion of the book's proceeds to charitable causes, specifically supporting organizations like Shooting Star Children's Hospices and Together for Short Lives, which help children with life-limiting conditions. This charitable aspect underscores the values Simon is instilling in his son, teaching him the importance of giving back. Beyond his literary pursuits, Eric is also experiencing the luxurious lifestyle that comes with being the son of a celebrity. By 2018, he had become the youngest member ever of Soho House, an exclusive private club known for its elite membership, including celebrities like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. This membership, which provides access to Soho House locations worldwide, was a practical solution to ensure Eric could enjoy a swim during a heat wave while Simon was busy with work. It's a charming anecdote that highlights how Simon blends practicality with privilege in raising Eric. Eric Cowell is comfortable in the public eye and shows confidence at high-profile events like the finale of America's Got Talent. There are hints that he may have a future in the entertainment industry as a judge or performer. Simon Cowell, Eric's father, remains protective of him, particularly when it comes to talent competitions. Despite Eric's interest in participating in shows like Britain's Got Talent, Simon is cautious due to the pressure and scrutiny involved. Eric is growing up with a mix of opportunities and responsibilities, evident through his literary ventures, musical talent, and public appearances. It will be interesting to see how Eric balances following Simon's footsteps with carving his own identity in the entertainment world and beyond. In 2024, Simon shared that Eric had a playdate with Bear, the son of Cheryl and Liam Payne, hinting at a new generation of celebrity connections. Eric is already comfortable in the world of showbiz, mirroring Simon's ease at red carpet events. Simon is intent on instilling values of hard work and independence in Eric, planning not to leave him a massive inheritance. Simon believes in creating opportunities for others rather than passing wealth down as an heirloom. Though Eric leads a privileged life with extravagant birthday parties, Simon also emphasizes the importance of a balanced education and happy childhood. Simon hinted at the possibility of expanding their family, contemplating if Eric would like a younger sibling. As Eric grows up, he increasingly resembles Simon, creating a strong father-son bond evident in family celebrations. During Easter 2024, Simon, Lauren, Eric, and their loved ones enjoyed a heartwarming family reunion. Terry Seymour, Simon's former partner, and her family joined in, showcasing a lasting friendship. The group posed for a joyful photo in a lush garden, capturing a moment of pure happiness. Despite the end of their romantic relationship, Simon and Terry maintain a warm bond, evident in their shared Easter celebrations. Simon's reflections on fatherhood emphasize the transformative impact Eric has had on his life, bringing him purpose and joy after the loss of his parents. Eric's presence has filled a void in Simon's heart, highlighting the love and fulfillment he experiences as a father. The happiness Simon radiates among his blended family reflects the core of his newfound sense of purpose and joy in life. Thank you for watching. To support our channel, please subscribe.